Welcome back once again to Super Mario World Central, the streaming location on Twitch. Today, I thought I would take a little different trip instead of doing more Watch Mario like I had. Well, hello there. But yeah, doing something a little bit different than doing more Watch Mario, which is what I have been doing. I thought we would jump on over to Lunar Magic and make a game of games. Honestly, I haven't really touched Lunar Magic for quite a while. And so I'm not super familiar with Lunar Magic anymore. So this is kind of me relearning Lunar Magic. Difficulty, difficulty can be just a thing. I'm not expecting to make something like super easy because I know design philosophy and I know difficulty aspects. So it's like I'm not looking to make something like super easy, but I'm also not like a Kaizo / pit maker. So I'm not looking for like this super difficulty. It's kind of like in the mid-range. Hello, welcome to the game creation. So I think for right now, I don't think I'm going to be too much like outside vanilla right now, just because I want to relearn kind of one aspect at a time. And I know XGFX, those are easy to do. Hello, Flagpole. So I think I'm going to probably start with vanilla-ish things, but chat, you're going to help me. You're going to help me create this thing. You're going to help me come up with an idea for a level. So staying more so within the realm of the original Mario World. Staying within the realm of like the original Mario World game aspect of it all. So I guess the biggest thing is what type of level, like what scenery do we want? Do we want like 105 grassy plains? Do we want like 106 forest level? Do we want 101 castle? I'm just throwing out like level numbers that I know, like Ghost House. Like what type of scenery do we want? Do we want like Sunken Ship? I mean, Ghost House or Sunken Ship would be very fitting right now because it is October. It is spook month. It is scary month. But I could also do like Haunted Castle. So sprites and level theme, those can be different. I don't have to do like castle with castle enemies. I don't have to do like Ghost House with ghost enemies. I could do castle with ghost enemies. So it's like there's that aspect of it. Plus, if I really wanted to mess around with it, one of these buttons, the Super GF. Oh yeah, I should probably do that first. Extract, insert. I did that wrong because things. I think something. Anyway, move something. There we go. Save a level. And now I think I can go in here without it complaining at me. So yeah, so we have extra background slots, we have extra foreground slots, we have extra just slots that we can use. So if we're using the default Super Mario World graphics and using a default background and a default foreground set, I can also add extra things to the background and use them as foreground material. Like, that's a thing I can do as well. So that's nice. So like that would be my big thing. Like that I could add. But yeah, so I think the couple things I'm seeing in chat right now, looking at it, there's kind of three big choices that we want to do. We want to either do a castle, a ghost house, or a sunken ship. And again, like, a sunken ship doesn't necessarily have to be underwater either. Like, that could be a different thing. So I think we found one of our themes, which is haunted mineshaft. I mean, I could do that. I'm a little tempted not to do a mineshaft, only for the fact that Dan was doing a mineshaft thing for the level he was creating, and like, I mean, kind of got the mineshaft thing already going on in one thing or another. Dan's just he has some computer issues right now and isn't able to stream, so his level will return. Haunted dried out ship. Like, who says it has to be like fully dried out even? It could be like a ship on water. It could be like watery ship. I don't know. I'm just throwing things out there. So I think what we're going to do is either do castle, ghost house, or ship. Yeah, they see, like, ghost ship from Wind Waker. That's a good thing. Haunted airship. Like, that's a technically little Easter egg in Super Mario World. The haunted ghost ship is actually an airship from Super Mario Bros. 3. Like, it's in the instruction manual. I actually have the instruction manual, like, I think a foot away from me, if I can find it. The Super Mario World instruction booklet. If I can find the page it's on in the instruction booklet, I can actually read what it says about... here we go. This is on page 19 and 20 that shows the world map of the Valley of Bowser. Big circle around the sunken ghost ship. Mysterious sunken ship. This is a strange-looking sunken ship. Haven't you seen it somewhere before? That's right. In Super Mario Bros. 3, Koopa and his kids use a flying ship to make life rough for Mario. I wouldn't be surprised if Bowser is lurking somewhere nearby. Lore! I honestly, I don't even know why I have this instruction booklet, like, right next to me. Super Mario World is actually the only Super Nintendo game I own, like, actual cartridge-wise. And that's because I had a bunch more growing up, but my brother took them when he moved out. So I lost all of them, except for Super Mario World. I mean, yeah, there could be lots of things, but, like, I'm not sure how well that would work, just because I want to try and keep fairly vanilla right now before trying to add, like, sprites and ASM and all that. Just kind of relearn lunar magic a bit. Because, I mean, I could have a level and a springboard that you jump on the springboard and you get up onto the ghost ship and you go into, like, a door or something. And that door goes into the level itself. I could do that. Yeah, exactly. You'll always need it if you forget to jump. It tells you. It tells you. It actually tells you the cycle of power-ups and everything too. Because it's like increasing Mario's power. Starts out as small. Get a mushroom, go to Super Mario. And then it shows, oh, you can get a fire flower or a feather. It shows you. Like, it's actually a neat little instruction booklet for like the time it was made. But alright. So I want to I really should have like I should have this window up all the time. That is not what I wanted. Be a small window. That's what I want. Thank you. Let's go over straw poll, because why not? And I'm going to just make a couple choices on here. Level, if I can spell, level type. It will have castle, ship, or house. And we'll just do that. Okay. So, and then here is the poll link for everyone. You can just go there and you can vote. I'm not going to vote. I'm just going to like look and watch it. You have your level type. You have castle, ship, or house for what type of foreground background set we want to go with. What type of foreground background set we want to go with. It's pretty straightforward. We are gonna do, I think we're gonna stick with a spooky theme. It will be ghost related in the end, just all together. It's gonna be a ghosty fun time, probably, because it is Spooktober, and you gotta live within the spooky month of Spooktober. But castle, ship, house, it's going. People are voting. Probably wait a couple more minutes. There's quite a few people in here right now. They can vote if they so choose to vote. This is your chance. This is your chance to be heard. This is definitely your chance to be heard. What type of level would you like to see? Right now, Castle is winning. Castle is winning. But this may not be like the final everything of it. I mean, we could have a castle that you make your way to the top, and instead of fighting a Koopa Kid up there, we go to a ship. It doesn't have to be a super short level. It could be a really long level that spans a few different things. If that's the case, if it turns out to be like a big level, I will probably install the multi-midway point patch, depending on how many like screens and sub-levels there are, just because I'm a firm believer that if you have a super long level, you should have more than a single midway point, because levels that don't and send you back just so far are just, they're not necessarily bad, but they're frustrating. Definitely frustrating to the player. It is a tie currently between castle and ship. It is a tie. I know, it's a massive tie. We've had 5 votes altogether. I didn't even vote. I could have voted. I didn't. I could be the tiebreaker and be like, nope, I'm gonna pick that one. But there's a bunch of people. There's a bunch of people in chat right now. You could vote. There's more than 5 people. I see you. I see all of you. You're there. While I am waiting, I do need to check this. I think that's right. Still only 5 votes. I know. It is. It's a coin flip. I have coins on my desk. I could flip one. I have a nice one right here. The castle transported on that. You know, that would actually be pretty interesting. A floating castle, a castle on a ship. That's an idea to work with. I kind of like that idea. A castle on a ship. It's an interesting idea. But I think for now, we got another vote. 6 votes. Ship is winning. Ship is the winner now. I was gonna coin flip, but I don't think I need to do that now because we have a dime, and I had a dime with me, and I have absolutely no idea where I put it. Like it's not where my other coins were. I think we're gonna go with ship. It is a very underused level format. Ship is definitely very, very underused. I think that's what we're gonna go with. It's still a tie. Still a tie. Castle ship. Speaking of castle, I mean, this is pretty, very fitting music. And I could put this in there. These are all tunes. These are all tunes on Super Mario World Central. This is what it is. I could add this song in there. Okay, I will. Ooh, House got another vote. I'll wait another minute. Look, there's a timer. It's not even a timer. It is 30 seconds. When it's 3:12, I will make a decision. Oh, 3-way split. Ooh, that is. Why you guys do this? Why you guys do this? 10 seconds. 10 seconds. I need 1 vote. Just 1 somewhere. Oh, come on. The next vote. Whoever votes decides. I should get a D3. That's what I should do. 3-sided die. They actually have those. Those exist. 3-sided die. I should get Link the straw poll. Okay, sure. The straw poll is this one. Why am I? That's not the results. I don't want the results. I just whatever. It is that. That is the straw poll. I didn't know Twitch actually popped something up on the thing that said new poll available. Vote now. That's actually interesting. Castle. Castle wins. I'm closing it. There we go. Winner is Castle. So we will go with the Castle. So just to make my life easier, just go over to 101. And we have our castle. So we want to go with a ghosty ghost theme. So honestly, I don't need these header things. This is the one I want. Castle, and I want Ghost House. And look at that. Look at all that. Look at all of these just horrible graphics I just made. Look at all of them. They're awful. Go away. I deleted everything. Okay. Now we have our stuff. I should zoom in because I am honestly blind. I'm very not I'm very visually challenged. So we have our map 16 stuff. I can just move on. I can just close it for now. But probably a very important thing. We have a palette here. We need a nice darker. We need a nice darker color. So now the question is, like, do we want it to still be castle-esque coloring, or do we want like a different color? Because we could do like a castle-esque coloring and just make it dark, like dark and dingy, like maybe make it more gray than anything else. Like bring this over here, like just kind of make it a dingy color, and that is not what I want. That I don't remember. Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. You can space that away. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to do the gradient. I mean, that's kind of dingier. I don't know if it's like the type of dingier I wanted, but could do that. And then again, like I'm just gonna add that a few times to custom colors so I don't lose it. And again, we can make this like darker, and this one have a more like that, kind of like green maybe. And then do this, and then that one I can turn that back there, and again kind of just make it darker. So now we have like I can even like go and make it like even darker than this, really. Sure, we'll save it. Welcome. Thank you for following the channel, Jedi Knight. Thank you. I don't even remember where the follows pop up on Twitch for that. I just see them. So we need to make a castle. We need to make a castle. Not that window. This is the window I want, and we can like look at what we have. So we have the walls. We have the edges. So let's just make a nice little like platform for Mario. Does he? I know there's like a large ledge somewhere. Is that in extended or is that tile set specific? Yeah, I don't remember. It's somewhere. But we make a ledge for Mario just to stand on. So we have a nice just thing. I know what I'm thinking of is the like really just extends forever ledge. I think it's this one that it just this one you can just extend forever. It's like whatever. Not that big of a deal. But that said, we have our Mario, and we have this coloring here, which is this row. Again, we could like make it darker, make it like kind of a gray, like gray red. Make it really, really dark. Instead of a blue, again, make it kind of like a red, but again, just make it dark. And then just have like not a huge gradient. Not a huge gradient. But I'm also thinking maybe take this color. I don't remember how to just copy a color. There we go. That's how you copy a color. But yeah, you can take this one, make it darker. And there we go. Now it's like a dingy brown floor. I'm not sure I am a huge fan of the white. But I don't remember if this white is used for anything else. So I'm a little hesitant on changing that because I'm not sure it's really used for anything else right now. But that might be something we can change later as a possibility. Making it not so shiny. Give it like a dull gray color. That's not even the right color. I can go back to white. It's this color. it's hard coded. I can always turn on custom palettes. I forgot to do that. Oh well. I didn't click the enable custom palette button. I just screwed up the entire castle tile sets. Oh well. That's not a big deal. I'm not concerned about that. So this one I could make just like a dingy gray. There we go. That looks a lot better. That looks a lot better. Hello, Dan. How are you? I'm making a level, taking your Steam, even though I'm far less experienced with lunar magic than you are at this point. Chilling in bed, that's always a fun thing to do. I'm just kind of trying to think of a good castle type level I want to make. I want other people to make. It's a spooky ghost castle. So again, these colors aren't final, final. But I just wanted to make a darker color off the bat to work with. But yeah. Everything gets bigger. So we need a good level to start out with. So we're in a spooky haunted castle. And we have Mario. We could do a Mario 1-esque thing where Mario starts up high instead of down low. So it starts up high. And then you have maybe not even this high, maybe right here. And then this is shorter. And then we can have the ledges of sorts. One of them. There we go. But yeah, that one has the corner on it. But yeah, we could have this. And we could do the Super Mario Brothers 1 type of thing. Like this. Where it goes like that, and then it comes all the way down, and then we can have lava in here. I think we need to make a good what is base level? Cause having different lava on different levels is okay. There's nothing wrong with doing that, having water, lava, whatever, on different levels. But if you have it, well, thank you for the host, Orca, of 3 viewers. All the viewers, the better. But yeah, having just think, for example, Minecraft. So Minecraft, it has 256 blocks that you can build in. So in Minecraft, you have 256 blocks you can build in, but water spawns, and it's always flat on a specific plane. That doesn't mean water can't be higher and lava can't be higher up and flow down. But as far as like oceans and rivers and stuff go, it's always the same level. Always the same level. So that being said, if we take lava and we put it, let's say it's right here. Like this is baseline where like how tall lava is just going to be throughout the whole level. So now we have a concept of space to work in. So we have the upper area up here, and we have the lower area down here. So we have kind of a concept of space. We can define that even more by adding a ceiling. Seeing as this is a castle, that's probably not a bad idea, adding in a ceiling. Now, what we need to do is kind of look at what we have for castle blocks. So for like the normal castles, they have the stone block wall, but they're not all the same shape. Like if I go to a different castle, which I don't remember the numbers, there we go. Like this one. Like, see, they're not all the same shape. They're puzzled together. They're pieced differently. Like, they're just put in a way that it makes some sense. So we could say, okay, the top of the level is here, and even like we could lower this down, like I don't know. Put it back where normal lava would be. So you have this jump, you have this drop. Like it's not a pit, it's lava. Same concept. But then we can like limit Mario's vertical movement and say, okay, the ceiling is gonna be here. Like this is baseline ceiling. It's not gonna go above that. It's not gonna like whatever. Not gonna go above that. And I don't even remember what other level I was on. I was on this one. Like this, yeah. Super Mario Brothers 1 style. You start up here, you go down. It's like right above you. If you look, no vertical scroll. So there's no scrolling upwards, which is probably a good idea for a castle. So like we could, like that's probably fine. That's probably fine for a ceiling area right here. So we can just say, hey, this is where the ceiling is gonna be. Like it's just gonna be that tall. And like we can have parts that come down a little bit lower. We can have parts that go up a little bit higher. Like whatever, we can work around that. We can do what we want to do with it. And then we can do this and be like, okay, that is the start. That is the start of the ceiling. And then we could like, in the end, I'm not saying like right now because obviously we don't want to put like all sorts of stuff in, but we can make these columns like you can go through them. That's it. And have like the columns holding up the ceiling. Aesthetics. But for right now, should probably just work on design. So get our thing out. It's always nice to see how many screens you're on. But again, I was just going to make a flat level. I could, however, before I really get into making a level, there's a nice little thing in here. Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. So, that's not what I'm thinking of. Where is it? I know it's here because I just messed with it not that long ago because it's a newer feature I'm not 100% used to. There it is. Horizontal level mode. We have big levels now. we have big levels. So the question is, do we want a standard vanilla just straight level where you have just kind of this type of setup? So you have the one screen tall, but it goes over 20 screens. Or do we want something else? We could do the other common one, which is like really tall but 2 screens wide. Like that's another thing we could do. But we also have all these like intermittent sizes. Like let's just say we want our level to be 6 screens wide. We want 6 screens wide, but we want a good chunk of height. We could do that. Look at that. We got rid of our background, but now like we have height. We have height. I don't really know how the backgrounds work with this, honestly. But now we have like all this space to work with, and we could like make kind of like a maze going down. Like you go left to right and go back and forth down this path, or we start at the bottom and we go right to left and go up this big long level and we get to the top. Like the design wise and the choices now within Lunar Magic there's a lot of choices that honestly I'm not used to. So that's like what I was thinking is like, what do we want to do? Like I am more inclined, personally, I'm more inclined to go with the standard level. That's what I'm more inclined to do. But I want to propose this to the chat. What would you like to see? Would you like a long level or a tall level? Or would you like something in between the two of them? So that's what it comes down to. Do you want a big level, or do you want or long level, tall level, and in between? Just getting turn the music down on my end a little bit, which turns it down for you guys, but I can always bump that up. But I want you guys to still be able to hear me. In between. So like an in between would be good. I haven't really messed with the in between too much. So like I'm a little hesitant to do it because I'm not sure what's gonna break, what's not gonna break, like what is really the optimal what's optimal there. But I am very willing to listen. What would people like to see? What type of in between would you like to see? Because like I said, there's a lot of in betweens. Like it extends out. So the horizontal screens, or level height is how many tiles high and 20 screens wide. And then down here it's like 1 screen wide, but really, really, really tall. So like I could do kind of an intermittent type one. Like this one, it makes it like, what, 1 tile higher, but it's still 20 screens. And then I have a feeling like is this actually 20 screens? Because that's only 1 tile higher. Like, I guess that is 20. No, that's 1F. I think that's a typo in the Lunar Magic thing. because that is definitely not 20 screens. Because if you turn it to 20 screens, oh, I guess it is, because it starts at 0. I don't know. Who knows? It is. 0 to 1F is 20 screens. What I was thinking of, not 20 screens long, but like ends on screen 20. Because that's how I'm reading this, is 8 screens equal 20. So, like, it makes sense in both ways that it's 0 to 1F is 20. But, you know, right after 1F is 20. And the fact that this is 2 tiles higher but goes to 1E, I mean, I guess that makes sense because it's 1D. I guess you just need to know math to understand that. Yeah, like an exploration level would be good because it would use that. Let's see. Huh, interesting. Yeah, well, it's a castle. It's a castle for one. It's going to be a haunted, spooky castle. So, I mean, it could go either way. It could be an exploration, like a traditional, like, ghost house type of thing. Or it could be more like a castle, in line with a castle, which is more of an obstacle course type of thing. So it really, I guess it really depends what type of level do we want to make. So we're making a castle, but do we want exploration, or do we want like athletic? Guess that would be the question. Do we want exploration or athletic? Because that would be the big change. Like, what the reason over one type of thing or another. So that's 1B. So half of that, I think is like right here, something. Ow, that's too big. That's too tall. Too tall. I could do math. Could. If I really, really wanted to. But I'm also very lazy about doing math. Well, they're getting taller. If I do this, so okay, so that's sub screens. That's interesting. I've never, like, I haven't really experimented with this, so it's like I'm not super familiar with this whole aspect. So let's see. 0B, that adds a extra subscreen. So if I really want too high, I want 4 subscreens, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is way too big. So I am just experimenting here, trying to find the correct dimensions for two screens tall. Like, that's 2 screens. Now I'm a bit confused. Like, 1, 2, 3. I guess I need backup 3? Because that's one. But I guess that's like the right size for being too tall. And I don't even know how the background thing works with like super tall levels. So that's another thing is I don't know how the background works with super tall levels. Wraps around. I figured it would. I figured that's what it would do is wrap around. I don't know. I kind of feel like I should have it here, so I only have the 3 subscreens. Like I'll have one giant normal screen, but only like one subscreen. I think that works. The only thing now is if it wraps around the background. This background's not gonna cut it because that is an awful wrap. But the other one should be more or less okay. This one should be fine. So EF. Copy from EF. Probably all sorts of broken. No, it's not broken. That's fine. That is fine. And then we could really just shift this down and expand the top a little bit, is what we could do. Like both directions? Something. We can do something. Because what? It's so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 tall. So if I go from here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think it's this tall because I was. No, it's not actually that tall. Yeah, no, I know about the vertical scroll at will that I need to do, because that is something you don't really want to forget. Okay, so let's just copy here, because that fits in like really well. Because I don't think there's any like weird shadowy effects except for like, yeah, that's fine. That background works because it wraps, should wrap around both ways. And then vertical scroll at will, because that makes the most sense. There we go. Ah. Now the background is all nice and good because I made it loop better, wrap around better. Why would a castle have so many windows? I don't know. I don't know why it would have so many windows, but it does. It does. We will work on palettes later. So what I want to do is I'm going to grab all this and just bring it right on down. Grab Mario and bring him right on down. So now we have a nice big level to play with. We just need to figure out like what a good design to go with is. And I'm not really expecting to get like super far in making this today. Just for the fact it's like planning, brainstorming. Next time I stream, I'll probably have like a good idea or a concept of a level to really work on. But for right now, it's more or less just like brainstorming, figuring it out, and playing with the new features of Lunar Magic 3.10, 3.10, which is what I'm using, I think. About 3.10. There we go. Perfect. So we have kind of our Mario 1 start. And so now the question is, do we want like a big exploration type thing where there's like many little places to go to like explore, and like you go and there will be like a P-switch, like a brown used block wall that you have to go and find a P-switch to get, maybe get like a P-switch and a springboard. Like I know item babysitting. Item babysitting is not something most people are very fond of doing. Like a lot of people are not super fond of item babysitting. But in like a haunted castle type level, like that kind of makes some sense, because in Ghost House levels you kind of have a bit more item babysitting than you would before, or would normally. So if we go on that kind of concept of item babysitting, then maybe what happens is you come over here, you have the pit, you have somewhere to stand, like right after the pit, and then you need to find something to help you get around somewhere else. So you have this nice area. It's just kind of flat. It has some spikes or something in right there. Maybe you need like a springboard to like reach up higher. Like that would be easy to do. Like right off the bat, kind of just showing intention for the level. So you have this big wall as like, hey, you can't actually get up over this wall. You can't get up over this wall. But now we have to work around our sprites, because we are using tileset specific. We have boos, we have Eries in a wave motion pattern. We have the moving ledge, the large green bubbles, the hammer, or the Hammer Bros platform. We have the worst man ever in the entire world. We have the Boo Buddy. We have Reflecting Boo, which has a horrible palette right now that I'll need to change. We have Big Boo, a group of Eries. So the big question is, since we are not using traditional sprite, like traditional castle sprites, we have here. But I mean, those are also using like the Eerie is right here. I think yeah, the thwomps and stuff use the lower half. So that doesn't really work if we want to stay vanilla. There are some castle things that I might want, like the spike right there, but the spike uses the Eerie. So I think we might just be flat out stuck using Ghost House sprites, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. We just need to like figure out a good way to get Mario around in like a puzzle thing with using enemies, but not using them in a way that you can cheat. Like if I put a Boo block right here, a Boo Buddy, like what Mario could do is come over here. It is a chat level. But yeah, Mario could come over here and like lure him to get him up here. So if we want a springboard off the bat to kind of show the intention that, hey, it's going to be like a fetching quest, then you don't really want the Boo Buddy here to be able to allow the player to skip the fetching part of the quest. But then that can be said with a lot of the enemies, because if you like have Big Boo or an Eerie, the player can spin jump on those to potentially get above here. And we want to avoid that. I could make it a Kaizo level. I'm not good at making Kaizo levels. I'm good at making like hard levels unintentionally, but I'm not good at making like intentionally making a Kaizo level. So it's like, again, you could have something like the Flying Hammer Bro platform that goes back and forth. One thing that we should do, however, is come in here and change this, which I know there's an easier way to do it, but I'm lazy, and just change that to 101. There we go. Perfect. Now Yoshi's house is the castle. So I am also not 100% sure I've even set up my emulator for this. I have. Okay. Perfect. Huh. Sure. Did I do something wrong? Emulator? Run emulator. Couldn't create process. Why could you not do that? Do I have my emulator set in the wrong spots? Which could be, because I did kill one of my hard drives not that long ago. Be in here and here and here. Troubleshooting live. There we go. Perfect. So we can see our stuff, erase stuff. It's a lot of emulators. I mean, emulators are, there's a lot of emulators out there. Not gonna lie, there's a lot of emulators out there. There's all-in-one emulators like BizHawk. BizHawk is a good emulator. The problem is certain things don't work, or are harder to do in specific emulators. So like, here we go. We're like, yep, go into the castle. So now we have this. So we can, if you come down here, so that's another thing you want to do. So you have to know, like, I really should just install the internal emulator because I don't have that. I mean, Heigen is a thing. It's a thing. But yeah, so here's something that you need to like remember. The player, even though on Lunar Magic you see so much of the level, the player only sees this small little square. So you have to give some sort of indication to like where you can go. And so like here, starting off, you can kind of see the gray platform. If you come down a little bit, you're like, ah, there's land. So you can jump over here, and then you're like, oh, there's lava. Then you can get here, and you want to make it so the player can't just do that. Well, I know the internal emulator isn't perfect, but what the internal emulator does, it gives the player a good indication of what just the player sees. There's this, and I don't know if you can move this around, because I've never, I know about it, and I use it from time to time, but I don't really know how to move it is the big problem. Oh, there we go. Hold Alt. So this is also a good indication, because you pretty much put it like at the foot of Mario, and this kind of shows like, oh, control moves are. I was holding Alt. Yeah, I'm holding control right now, and it doesn't let me. If I hold Alt, it brings up the move thing for it. But yeah, so this screen right here, it shows like camera movement points, like where the camera will move when you have vertical scroll at will or vertical scroll when flying climbing turned on. But what's also nice about this is it shows the immediate area that the player can see. And not only that, this pink and blue line, even though those are like camera movement spots, those actually line up really well with how tall or how far a player can jump. Because if I had the internal emulator on, I could actually show that, because this believe still shows up on it. But like right here, the player can't actually jump. They can jump up to this blue line, like get on top of it, if they have the full running jump, because you can jump up 6 blocks with a full running jump. If not, you jump 5 blocks high, like full speed, or like almost full speed, and 4 blocks from standing. But yeah, so that moves it around. So this gives like a nice indication of like what Mario can see. So as you can see right off the bat, you can see that platform. Like, that's what it is. And like how I figured out that's how it works is if you move it down to the, like as far down as you can, like Mario can't actually see the lowest tiles on Lunar Magic. Just doesn't work that way. So, like this is one of the few features I actually like know how to use and what it does. But yeah, it's nice. So what we found out from just that little short testing is Mario can make the jump from this gray platform over on top of our blocks right here. So that tells me I should probably move these over so Mario cannot actually get on top of there. So now, since Mario can't actually get on top of there, can't get up here, wants to find something to get over to get up here. And you can even do something where you have like a block right there, and maybe put some coins or something on top of it. So we're like, oh hey, look, coins. Like have a couple coins. They're here, they're your friends, and that will give the player more incentive to like check out that spot instead of like struggling over and over and over to like get up where they think they should be going. So now we know it's like, oh hey, we can go down here, and then we run over here and we're like, oh, we can't get up there. Oh, what about from the gray platform? So you're from the gray platform, can't get anywhere like close to it. So you can't get close to it. Like that seems like it might be a little too high to reach, but it gives the player knowledge that it's like, hey, you need to get up there. So our job is to allow the player to get up there somehow. That is very exceptionally brown. Very brown. So easiest way to do that is like just have an extra little thing. Seeing as the ceiling doesn't need to be perfect, we're going to be like climbing on it and whatever. Like, that's fine. So now we can see what we do. I mean, it's pretty obvious, like, that you can make that jump now. It is. It's very, very obvious. But you can get it down here, and then it's like, oh, hey, I can get up here. And then you can, like, explore, and you have, like, a path up here. And your path up there could extend past this wall as long as you stop the player from progressing too far over past this wall. And I can even, like, probably bring this in a couple, because I just barely made that jump. So now that we have kind of like our setup, we need to figure out just how to implement this in like a better way. Like we could even be like a big jerk about it and put like a boo ring like right here. Be like, that's it, kid. Just try. Maybe give like a safe space. Like that might work. Put a safe space in there. I really should. I think one of the ASM things I will do is no more sprite tile limit, because that's just kind of a must. I don't want to like deal with sprite headers. Who wants to do that? Awful things. Just take away sprite tile limits. I know that's pre-installed on AS1. AS1? SA1. It's pre-installed on SA1. Is it, does Lunar Magic pre-install it on anything else? Like, now this gives a bit of a challenge, like, right off the bat. May not be good challenge, though. Like, that's another thing you need to think about. Like, is this a good challenge? Like, I'm not sure it is. I'm not sure this is a great challenge to start off a castle level with. Because the boo ring is kind of random. Like, it's not like really random, but it's kind of random. Yeah, and I don't think I can actually make that jump. But also, that boo ring angle is preserved. That I didn't actually know. I didn't know the angle of the boo ring was preserved through death. But yeah, like that's probably a little bit harder than you probably want right off the bat. Now, if you move it a little bit to the side, that might be better. So let us test this out. Moved it over slightly. So now it's like, oh no, but then you can get up here and you can easily get over here. Another thing this does is it dissuades the player from trying to jump from the gray platform to the upper area. I am safe from all the boos. Because yeah, it's like even from here, it's like I can't make that jump. I might if I have full speed, but then I would have to deal with the boo ring, and that's just not something I'm like really willing to do. So by doing this, it allows the player to get up here easily, dissuades the player from trying to even attempt to make that jump. I would have been safe right there. I would have been safe. But yeah, it dissuades the player from making that jump. Also, a neat little trick is if you stack these on top of each other, if it works, I think it does. If I'm thinking what I'm like actually thinking, so you stack boo rings on top of each other. I thought it made them go like super fast. Or do you have to like put a whole bunch of boomerangs on top of each other? Because there's a weird glitch with them that like makes them go super fast, if I remember right. Oh, they're still going normal speed. Whatever. I'm probably wrong about that. There we go. So now we just kind of need to figure out a good exploration type of thing. Exploration type of level. And what I might end up doing is doing some simple extended or map 16 tiles, not extended graphics. Simple map 16 that just flips over the castle edges. That way I can still use this brick tile instead of these big blocks. Because the blocks are fine, because it's like, oh, hey, I'm going up into like the rafters and whatever of this castle. But it may not be like the style you're really going for. But I mean, look at this. We have all of this space to really use. So need to just work with that. So I can do this. Maybe add like a block over here, so it's like you can jump up here and then you can jump over here. Just use like, honestly, I'm just using the blocks I already made right now. As you can see, just because I am being a tad lazy. That's like the best design philosophy is copy paste. And really, if you don't believe me, coders use that all the time. Just copy paste. So bring this down. You can bring it down a little bit more. I'm going to have that there. I have like one here. Make it just taller. There we go. So now it's like, now I have a little bit of like movement. Get the player moving, get him like jumping, get him running. I really could like, if I wanted to, I could like block off this side, which I'll probably do. Just have like blocks that go up, blocking off this side of the castle. There we go. This one can be like that. Yeah, so now player can get up here. They have like a little coin reward, and they can get up even higher. Then we can go into extended objects and have a question mark with a flower inside. Give them a nice like powery up reward. And then also remember, like, one thing that you want to do, which a lot of people don't really do, is use coins and dragon coins as like points of interest for the player. You want to use these to like kind of drive the player in specific areas. Like, they're perfectly fine to use for bonuses and be like, oh, hey, you go over here, you get like a bonus. It's just a dragon coin with a bunch of coins. Like, that's fine. Dragon coins could be your bonus tool, while like normal coins are your, hey, you should probably go this way type of tool. A lot of people, I think, kind of lose that aspect of coins can be used to guide the player where the player needs to go. I think honestly, probably a lot of people forget that. So I'm just again gonna make a stepping stone area, and probably just have like a little spot for the player to go a little bit further. but kind of trap them in this area because I still have quite a bit to work with up here. So do that, not add coins in, but that's good. Have this. I think I can even, you know, do something like this. Again, this can just like come down and then have, you know, the ceiling. Yeah, that's fine. Have the ceiling like reset right here. Do this. I should have Twitch turned off so people can't see that. Where are you, Twitch? Close that. There we go. That is not something I was thinking about when I when I was like, you know what? I'm gonna stream. I'm going to stream, and you're all gonna see who I follow, which it's not really that hard to do. You can go to like my Twitch page and see it anyway. Okay. So we have kind of our wall of blocks going on right here. That's good. So now we kind of have our first portion of the level. We have a couple ideas for like what to do. We have the gray platform here, which helps the player get up here. They have a power-up that they can go get. The coins kind of drive them this way. We want to contain them to this area right here for right now. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to contain the player to this area right now. Do that. Do that. There we go. And then we can also put a ceiling, which, I mean, we should do, to make it so the player cannot go any further than just up here. And this is one of the reasons I'm really just reusing blocks, because, I mean, there's no real huge point in making lots of new ones. There's just not. You just want varied terrain. There we go. So here's our area. So they come up here, they can get a power up, they can go up this way. Then we probably want to have them backtrack a bit. So what we could do is just have like one block here. Maybe just, you know, give them like a few coins in here. Sure, why not? Have a couple coins. And then get them up this way. Get them going up this direction. Could put like an enemy here in between these. I don't really know what, because at least for ghost houses, most of the enemies are flying. I don't think any of them are really like ground enemies. We have standard sprites, which we could use, turtles and whatnot. Like that wouldn't be too bad. They're not like really deadly though. That's my only concern, is the sprites aren't like super deadly. But I mean, we could have bouncing boo. We could have boo laser. I don't know if there's a way to flip it to go starting off going the other way. But you know, we have this. You know, Mario enters here through this gap, and he has to leave through that gap. So we can see what this looks like. So we come in here, and it's like, okay, get past this. We have the boo ring, but we also have the coins. It's like, hey, player, you should come over here. Grab our power up. Coins tell us to go this way. A couple little bonus extra coins. Then we have this guy. So we probably want to move this block up one. And do this. Because we really want to try and trap the boo laser. Is what we want to do. We want to trap the boo laser. And that way, if we trap it, then we can have a harder time getting through here. So it's like, yeah. So now this guy is trapped. So this is actually a pretty good trap. I mean, he did get out though. So we could expand that a little bit to try and keep him in here a little better. In fact, what we could do is we could have this come down and yeah, like just have it lower. See what happens now. Okay. So, we go up here. Won't even worry about the power up right now. And so there we go. So he goes down there. Now he's bouncing around. It's not as deadly as I want. Maybe if we do this so it's like flush and even, and then we can have like a second one. Like maybe that's what we're missing. Having a second boo laser that you have to dodge. Like that might be what it is. Okay. So that guy gets out. So he's going. This guy, again, he gets out like super easily. I could make him smaller, but I mean, that's probably not what we want. So do that. Move this. I don't think that's where we want it. Maybe this will work. I wish it like showed the trajectory of the boo beam. Like that'd be a nice feature of Lunar Magic, was if you have a sprite going like this, maybe showing like where it's initially gonna bounce to, like when you click on it or hold it or something, it shows a line that's like it's getting bounce here, bounce there. I don't know how hard that would be to code though, is the only problem. Like, I guess that's really just what it comes down to. Like, can you really code it to see what's solid? I guess maybe check to see what acts like what type of block and go from there. Because I don't think there's any odd blocks that only let Mario through but not sprites. Because there is that one, the one tile that it's like it lets sprites slide on it. Like maybe the boo laser isn't the best choice. Maybe it's doing another boo ring. Maybe that's the best choice. Because it makes the player like sit in here. In fact, what we could do is we could have the boo laser, and then we could have a couple bouncy guys. We have a small bounce, we have a big bounce. We have a couple bouncy guys in here. Like, maybe that's what we go with. Have a boo ring that forces the player to really like sit in there for a second, and then have a couple bouncy guys like this. It forces the player to sit in here, and then like you have to sit in here a little bit longer, and then you have to get out. Like, there we go. Well, I know there's a block tool block. Like, the block tool, that block is super easy to code. Like, I could probably just code it in like a couple seconds. It's that easy. But what I'm doing is I'm trying to stay fairly vanilla right now, because I'm trying to relearn Lunar Magic and how it works, especially with all the changes that have happened. So it's like I know block tool, I know like GPS, you know, I know block creator. So there's a bunch of things, a bunch of bunch of other tools I could be using, but I am just kind of limiting myself on purpose to relearn and re-understand how this program works. Just mainly for the fact I haven't really touched Lunar Magic for a long time. Like, it's been quite a while since I've even touched Lunar Magic. So we could do this. We could have like a small block, another small block. This is really just like aesthetic. Has absolutely no value on the actual thing. And we can put a springboard. So here's a springboard. Yeah, we could put some coins over here. Be like, hey, look, more coins. Go that way. So there's our thing. Could we? If I put in one of these and be an absolute jerk, like, do those line up fairly well? We will see. We will see how well those line up. I am probably like causing overkill right there. But yeah, so it's like, oh no, I need to wait. Like, it looks interesting. Like, that's one of the big things, is it looks interesting. And then we have these jumpy boys in here. It's like, oh no, I need to get through them. But oh wait, now you gotta go back. Now you gotta go back. You didn't take the time to kill the jumpy boys. Jumpy boys are mad. Yeah. So now we're back. Now we're back here. We know. Oh, that despawns. That's nice. That's lovely. That's not what I wanted to do at all. But now we can get up here. That despawns. How do I make this not despawn? That's the big question. How do I make this not despawn? I don't know. I'll figure that out later at a different point. So we have kind of our first part of the level. So the level itself is, you need to get in here and there we go. That button. So you get in the level and you come down here, then it's like, oh hey, I can't go this way, so you have to come up here, you have to go through here, get the springboard, come back down so you can go over this wall. So that's good. So we have kind of the first portion of it. The first portion, which is coming up here, grabbing the thing, coming back down. I think what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to adjust the palettes probably a little bit more. I want dingy. I want like dark, kind of a dark, dingy looking area. And I'm not sure the colors I have currently kind of represent that. I don't think they do. So, like this is a blue. Could be more like that. That's not what I wanted. Like that's not really dingy though, because it's not dark enough. If I darken this up, like that's just awful looking. Like it is. That's just awful looking. I need a good dark color. You know what? I'm kind of surprised. I think this is just the generic Windows color picker. I think that's what this is. But it would be really nice if you could just put in like a hex code. Like that would be nice. You put it in a hex value and be like, I want this color. But unfortunately, you can't do that. Because I think it gives you the hex color. Yeah, PC RGB value. I think that is the hex code for that color. It'd be nice if you just input that in. But I want kind of a more dingy. Maybe I need more of a greenish yellow. Maybe I don't know. It's probably not what I need. That's not right. It's not right at all. Like what would be a good like dingy color? Because I could go with like a blue gray. Like a really, really dark blue gray. And then I could do like kind of a yellowish green gray, just make it a tad like darker. And have it like flow between the two. Like that I think this is a little better. The background itself is definitely too light. So even if I made this darker, and again just add that to custom colors, made this one darker, and then added this color back in, like I think this is a little better. Like that back color is still a little probably too dark for my liking. Like that's might be better. Like that's a little bit better. Still probably a little too dark for my liking. Especially like if you take the color that's next to it into account. Like that's better. Make it bright green. What? No, because that's like a shadow. Make the shadow like there. I don't know. I don't think I'm sold on the shadow color of this. I think is the problem. Maybe this needs to be kind of a more gray blue. still darker. Just add that. This. Again, I'm not sure I'm sold on just how light it is. That is not what I wanted to do. There we go. But then that like kills the... Huh. Maybe I'll figure this out. I am just using the like default gradient tool within Lunar Magic. That's not like 100% like perfect. It's really not. But I mean it is better than what it could be. Like this isn't too bad because it's darker, it's more dingy. Like I think one thing that would help it is if I did some HDMA and do like kind of a darkness effect to the level, so it's not like you need the spotlight, but it's like maybe some HDMA would help, but I don't know about that. I don't know about that. But these colors look better. They definitely look better. And then with that, I should like Mario's colors are going to be a challenge to do because you can't really make him like darker easily. Like I could change it for the entire hack, but I could change the color of the turtles and everything. Like that is something I should probably do. However, these I really should make these ones gray. And the reason I'm saying those ones in particular is those are the ones that are used by the Ghost Sprites. And like they were pretty bright. In fact, this one I think I could do that with. Maybe they are generally more of a blue color, aren't they? Here we go. Have some more blue color. This one, I guess it could be like that. They look a bit better. They look a bit better now. But yeah, so I could make all these guys a little bit darker to fit in with like more of a dark, dingy aesthetic. Mario's the only one that's like really gonna look out of place in it, which I think would be okay. I think having Mario as like a contrast of like he's the bright savior and everyone else is like dingy and dark. But that's also why I was thinking like having some HDMA and throwing a thing over the level, making it darker would be good. I don't know. Again, this really is a trying to build the level with chat. So if anyone has ideas, I'm very open to listening to them and maybe putting them in. Like right now we're not doing custom blocks or anything, but maybe that's something to add in the future. Like maybe I will do a like the Mario only, sprite only block, so I can have like the Boo laser in a little square like this. Maybe I'll add in some custom sprites. So I realize this is, I think it's that one, but it's too big. Is it that one? No. Okay. I'm... Oh. It was this one, and I accidentally moved it. That's what that was. There's some weird thing. I know it's a limitation of Super Mario World itself, but yeah, when you push something down too far and it like wraps around on the screen, it's really weird. Like, it confuses me. It does. Not gonna lie about that. I think, however, I'm probably gonna wrap it up for today. I do have some stuff to do this evening. I started later than I really wanted to, but I went more ahead from when I was thinking I was going to be able to, as kind of make up for that, I think. Sort of. Kind of, yeah. Anyway, I think I'm going to wrap it up for now here. So I'm going to make sure I save this. Jump my screen to this one. And we will find a lovely individual to go raid. Is what we're going to do. A lovely individual to go raid. And I don't actually know who is on Twitch right now. Let's find someone playing Super Mario World. Because I doubt anyone is like doing lunar magic. So Super Mario World. We will look. Let's see who has not a lot of viewers. Ooh, this guy has crowd control on. Crowd control is always fun. So, let's check out his thing really quick.
Frick anyone? Oh, what the
It's
heck?
like his birthday too. Like that seems nice.
Yeah, we were kind of trying.
We should raid this man's over here who is playing the looks like the original Mario World on his birthday, it seems. Assuming it's his birthday. He has a big happy birthday banner in the background.
It is. Memories were had.
So let us copy that guy's name, put it here,
Yeah, it's Twitch integrated. I think the Twitch integration is going to be.
and we can raid him. So for the people that would like to stay and raid this individual who is playing Super Mario World with crowd control, and if you have not played with crowd control, it's quite fun. Like, I've been in streams that have had crowd control on. Pretty much you get to help change the game up live, so you can like give things to the player. Link to the Past is really fun with that, but Super Mario World should be fun too. Maybe you can give him power-ups, maybe you can take away power-ups. Not 100% sure. But yeah, let's go raid him and wish him well, wish him happy birthday, and be nice, because that's the goal.
With the raid. Dang, how's it going? Am I even following SMW Central? I should be. How's it going? Another Dan has arrived. This is bad. What has just happened is bad. But how's your stream? What kind of stuff